everybody. Christopher Titus Podcast. This, with me, very rarely, our guest today is Groucho, but with me, as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And that's her buddy Chaplin, her attorneys. These are our attorneys, Groucho and Chaplin. And always the best, the one and only Highlander.
There could be only one.
There can be only one.
I'm going to Photoshop one in my hand.
That'd be weird. So I am tired. I'm tired. I am tired of stupid. I'm to the point now where I you know what? Listen, if you want to avoid the coronavirus, if you want to get opened up again and not avoid it, God bless. You know, we tried. You had 8 weeks down.
Yeah.
I don't get what people. So yesterday in Michigan, let's just talk about this. I talked about it a little bit in the Armageddon update. In Michigan, armed gunmen showed up and protested at the State House to open Michigan up again. They're wearing their guns.
They were wearing their costumes.
Yes, they were. They were LARPing. They were definitely LARPing.
Yes.
We're Army LARPers.
They're going to shoot.
You're
They're
not.
going to shoot the virus.
They're going to shoot the virus.
Right in the face.
Listen, that virus ain't going to get me. I got an AR.
And some camo. Not going to see me.
I got an AR. You're also an MR. But I have to be very clear that I think they're assholes to the point where I don't even understand. Listen, our entire system is based on capitalism. If we stop the system breaks down and crashes. We're starting to see that now. Do you understand how bad this thing has to be for the powers that be that run it, because big money runs this country, that they were like, okay, we got to shut it down? Do you realize that there's things we don't know about this virus?
Well, and also it's a Republican-led Senate and Republican president. And that's who shut the country down.
Right. It wasn't the deep state.
Yeah.
You guys run the state.
But this asshole tweeted support for these Michigan protesters.
I saw that.
And so it's just a lot of mixed. Yeah, it's a lot of mixed messages. It's almost like, oh, we get it. You do one thing, but
Trump's
then
like,
you want us to do something
all these people,
else.
they want me. I can't do nothing. Well, then why are you president, bro? If you can't pick a side, so are we supposed to? Okay, so you tell us to stay in because it's bad. It's going to kill a bunch of people. And by the way, he said 62,000 dead was him doing a very, very good job.
Yeah.
No, he said very, very good job. And Jared Kushner said we are a success story. God, I hope I wonder if they hit 300,000 dead. I wonder where we're going to be.
Do you think that they think as the number goes up, the better it is for them?
I think so.
It's on a scale of what?
See if you can get the printout of his speech because it's crazy.
I just want you to know that he tweeted, the governor of Michigan should give a little and put out the fire. This was today. These are very good people, but they are angry. Good people on both sides.
The good people.
They want their lives back again safely. See them, talk to them, make them a deal.
What deal do we make? All right, here's the deal. You aren't going to get the virus. No matter what you do, I've talked to the virus. The virus is not going to attack you. Guy wearing bulletproof vest and wearing an AR-15 in the courthouse. Now, someone pointed this out on Twitter, and I tend to agree with it. Imagine if 150 African-American dudes showed up in the courthouse, armed to the teeth, screaming in the face of police.
Yeah.
Let me see. How would that go?
How different would that be?
Do you think it would have been considered a peaceful protest where they were very good people who were just angry? Do you think that
when one shows up with Skittles and a Snapple, they take him out.
They
it's
kill
like,
him. Yeah, exactly. One
Right
shows up.
fuck?
One shows up and his thing was he was wearing a hoodie and had Skittles. That was it. So I think we are at a place right now.
Can I say something about that too?
Yeah.
By the way,
Yep.
We're all waiting for your apology about that one because George Zimmerman has proven who he was and is and continues to be.
How many times has he been
Trayvon
arrested?
didn't get a chance to continue to prove who he is and was and would continue to be. But all you people that tweeted support of George Zimmerman and talked shit about Trayvon, we're still waiting.
Yeah. You guys got it yet?
Because I've noticed they don't apologize after they cause so much heartache.
Ever. There was, bring this up, there was something recent happened. And I don't want to get into racism, I guess we're going to. We've already started. There was it happened this week. A father and son chased down a guy who was just jogging through their neighborhood. Chased him down, said they want to talk to him. The kid jumped out of the truck with a gun. Guy was like, what the hell's going on? Tried to take the gun away. You're like, oh, you're going to shoot me? He's a black kid running. And they killed him. And that happened a while back. They just got acquitted. They got off the case. They got not guilty.
Where was this?
Look it up. Just say father and son.
Can I put in my pool, Florida?
Florida. It's in the Florida area.
Because
I don't
there's
think it's
a
Florida.
stand your ground thing. I can't understand how they
I
would be
think-
acquitted if it wasn't on their
Well,
property.
here's the thing. It's not stand your ground if they attack you. If you come out of the car with a gun, I don't know you, and you come out with a gun, I'm like, I'm
Right.
getting robbed. I'm going to
Right.
get killed.
Oh.
That's not your ground, right?
Yeah,
Right, right.
exactly. Yeah.
By the way, if you type in black man killed, Google will auto-finish with every state in Georgia, in South Carolina.
Wow.
Does it
It
tell you
was
how
Georgia.
many contact? Georgia, right? So I knew it was near Florida, Florida adjacent. All this shit is Florida adjacent, although it's really not Florida adjacent. Haha, I knew that one.
He was actually jogging,
He was jogging
For
through
exercise.
and he did it all the time.
which black people do, by the way. So they're not always running from crimes.
Look
and
at it this way:
And
If-
rapists.
white, black, Asian, or Hispanic or Latinx, it's the new woke word. If you're not carrying a TV and running, or cops are following you, he could just be running. What are you doing? I'm working out. Yeah. What'd you steal? Did you steal something small? No.
The camel pack, giveaway. He's not putting diamonds in it. He's hydrating.
So they shot him, killed him.
Do you see that?
Wait, he drove past their house, ran past their house. They chased him down, got out of the truck. Guy was just jogging, got out with guns. The guy was like, "Whoa, what the fuck's going on?" And then they killed him. And then I don't understand how they got acquitted.
That's right.
How did they get off on that? White. Oh, they're white. Now I know when people hear me say shit like this, it gets them angry, and I understand it. But the reality is, going back, let's just go back to Trayvon. There is a history in America of black people getting, and I'm going to bring this around to the Corona thing, watch this, black people getting treated differently, worse, being accused at a higher rate, being convicted at a higher rate, and everything. Now, this was just a guy running. The coronavirus, 80% of the people, or 70%, so whatever they said, that are dying happen to be African American.
Happened to be.
Happen to be prison populations. Accidentes. So I wish America would wake up to the fact that we have an unbalanced system in many different ways. It's a white everybody else system. It's misbalanced financially.
To be fair, the virus isn't specifically looking for African American people.
We
It's the
don't know that.
underlying
It's the
conditions.
We don't
underlying
know
health
that.
conditions.
No, and you know how it's doing it? It's actually doing it really sneaky. It's showing up in the neighborhood, hat on sideways, and they're like, "Hey, Corona," and then boom. That was racist. So. Sorry. Listen, I'll be racist for comedy, but I'm not racist.
Georgia has a citizen's arrest statute, and it essentially deputizes private citizens to. So this is worse than stand your ground.
Wait a minute.
So
in
what
Florida.
was the claim of the crime that the
The man said that he recognized the guy running as having been the guy that committed robberies.
Is that true? Did the guy have a record?
No. They said they, quote, recognized him from break-ins as he was running by, jogging. We could use the word jog there.
Why didn't they stop him? If they recognized him from the break-ins, was it cameras or did they see him breaking in?
Once they caught up to him, the dad said that the guy jogging, Arbery, violently attacked his son, and the two fought over the shotgun. Because people are chasing you.
With guns.
Uh-huh.
And they caught you, so what do? You just go, there's another double standard. So black people, so I will tell you this. 2 black guys get out of a car with a gun to me. 2 white guys get out of a car with me. 2 Asian guys get out of a car, chase me down in a car and get out with guns. I'm not going to go, guys, we cool? I'm going to jump one of them and try to get the gun away so I don't die.
right?
The guy that was
Holy
jogging
shit.
has mostly misdemeanor things, but he did have a shoplifting conviction years before.
Years before.
Everybody's
The
got
guy, the father, Gregory
I just wasn't caught.
McMichael, is a former investigator for the district attorney's office, so he's well connected.
A little bit of
there's the
inside
acquittal.
Scooby going on there.
Okay.
We live in such a corrupt world right now.
We have a long history of recognizing some perpetrator who happens to be black. And it's always not the right guy.
We do have a long history
Lot
of that.
of that.
I
There's a lot of
recognize that
that.
guy. Yeah, could you pick him out of alignment? Yeah, he's the black guy.
Yeah, the black guy.
No. Can you?
The whole thing is such a trigger topic for people, and it's like I've said, I think I've said this before, but the larger majority of our closest friends happen to be black. It's not on purpose. We're not looking for people so we can say all our friends are black.
Right.
And we filmed something that's going to be coming out soon, but talking about their experience. And so these are people that are a special counsel to the state of California, a federal probation supervisor, a lawyer and law professor. I mean, these are people, and their experience is not what a lot of white people say it is.
Right.
And that's kind of what we want to shed light on. We're not asking you to apologize for what your grandparents did. I think it's just asking people to be sensitive to the problem.
It's not even that. I don't think it's. Yes, it's that exactly. I'm sorry.
What?
I wasn't. It's
not that, but it is that.
It is. No, it is that. But you're right. We don't. These people get this thing. I didn't have slaves. We don't want. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No, but if it were still legal, would you?
Would you?
Right.
That looked like a commercial. Hi, you want slaves? Well, sign this petition. Hi, I know we're out in Trader Joe's. It doesn't seem like it should fit here, but you can either save the whales or get slaves.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. That would be an interesting thing to film. We should have hidden camera that. To see how many people, to watch people get just pissed off would be hilarious, but also to see how many people would sign it.
Seriously. You would have to do it. There are a couple places we could choose, like Orange County.
Right.
We could do that.
We could do it on the road. We could do it
if
on the road.
we ever go back on the road. But we're together.
Yeah, every day, 24/7, constantly.
All day
long. Uh-huh.
So
and when we're not together, we talk on the phone. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. We don't look. I know you didn't have slaves. I know you've never shot a kid in a hoodie. I know that. No one's saying that. What we're saying is that there is a 400-year history of the most fucked, like literally the worst shit human beings can do to each other.
Yeah.
Acknowledge that it exists. And by the way, Martin Luther King said it best. He said that people said, they always say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, but it's hard to do that when you don't have boots.
Or straps.
Or straps, or straps. And another one said, and the white guy's putting his boot up your ass. It's hard. And so people have to be sensitive to it, or else what people don't understand, and I just got an argument with the most interesting man in the world.
His girlfriend texted me in the middle, and she also agrees you guys don't really need to talk anymore. She goes, he's so loud. Rick, and I wasn't sure if she meant you or
both of us.
hers. Okay.
And the thing is, at the end, we both said we loved each other. That's the thing about Rick and I don't agree with everything. And we were both throwing facts at each other, and you're like, send me that. You send me that. So I finally, anyway, so just acknowledge the fact that black people were put through a horrible situation. Now people go, yeah, it's not that way anymore. Here's the problem. Here's the difference. We want to just explain it, and then we'll move on. So black people, they were promised 40 acres and a mule, which would have given them an economic base to actually been equal to white people. They never got it. They were promised it, but they never got it. Now, that was way back. Now, so that's when you hear about reparations. Why should they get money? I don't get money. Because you were never a slave, and they were never paid back for the way they were treated, ever.
But then
they were sold as cattle.
Then they were freed, but they weren't allowed to attend colleges. They weren't allowed to attend the good schools. They weren't allowed to enter the same buildings or use the same bathrooms or anything like that. But they were free. But all of a sudden now they're hungry and they need food. So what does that create?
Right.
Their kids need to eat. What does that? It's just a self-perpetuating system.
Right. And then even when there are successes, there's there's some flourishing. It gets attacked. So like Black Wall Street, there was
that was a long time ago. Yeah, I read about this. Yeah,
and then it got burned down, and it was like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, we're still living in like a post.
And they weren't doing it. We're not taking your money, white people.
Right.
We're starting our own. We're starting our own
businesses, our own. Like that's what this country was founded on, right? The freedom. Everybody.
So we've created this thing where these people.
And again, we're all white, and we're just.
We're just
spitballing.
Yeah, exactly.
After listening to our friends talk about it. I'm going to ask
if Mr. D.L. Hughley will come on and talk to us, because I would like to be, and by the way, I hate this word woke, but I'm very aware that if you keep your foot on someone's neck for a long time and never let them up, eventually the rains come and they drown.
You know who we have on? You have Janine on, our friend Janine.
Oh, we should have Janine.
Because now her whole job is diversity and inclusion at Harvard Westlake. At one of the travels all over,
Very Tony school.
she just ordered 15 books. She posted a picture on Instagram of books this high about racial disparities and things like that, and that's her quarantine fun time. I was like, well, I
and so we're not saying
got
that,
a dustbuster.
We're not saying that because we're in the middle of a horrible situation. We're all screwed right now, but we're not saying that that and you should be treated better, or just give them a shot, you know? And that's what we're not doing. People, if you just acknowledge the fact that, man, black people have been screwed over for 4 centuries plus.
It doesn't take anything away from you.
Right.
So when
yes, it does. The greatest quote I've ever heard is, when someone less than you becomes equal, you feel like you lost. It feels like you lost.
Well, that's the chant of the far right.
That's white people, though. They forgot to say, not some people.
White people got
right.
Nobody.
The point being that when people say a whole movement started against Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter,
all lives matter.
But we didn't say that.
Yeah, we didn't say Black Lives Matter, let's shoot cops. That never happened.
And that's the thing, is that like when I posted for my special taping, and all I did was wear a shirt that said girls can do anything. I didn't say girls can do it better than you. They can. I didn't say that. I just had that in the shirt. And it was an ad, come see my special. Yeah. And the shit that people, you saw it. It was the most sexist, nasty, inbred, crazy crap that people said, all because I was saying girls can do anything. We can. And people were like, whoa.
I will say you haven't been helping me with the construction for this special. You haven't. You can, but you've just chosen not to. We lost a dog for a second, and now we have his scarf back.
We knew we'd lost him because it was like the rapture.
No, it's like he's the
only one that went.
The Yorkie rapture. That would be really disappointing.
Chaplin's still here.
Yeah, we're still here. Like, really, the puppy? That's the only one that gotta go.
He's like an Avenger that started to mist away.
People just acknowledge the fact that black people have had it hard, and they never. It's not like they were. Here you go. Here's all the economic opportunity in the world, and then they lost it.
Right.
They never had it.
Right.
And they got to build it up, So that being said, we're there.
More than anything, and why we shot this thing that I was talking about, more than anything, just talk to them. Ask a black friend what their experience is.
Why you got to say them? Why you got to say them?
That's what would blow your mind. It blew my mind. It was sitting at that table that night talking to these people who are so accomplished and so successful and well off, and you would think, well, they didn't really have. And then they start the conversation. Oh, do you remember the first time you were called the N-word? Oh, I remember my first time. What about, I remember. And the thing that hit me the hardest that night, because these were people that I love, is that they were saying the first time. Like it's not a thing that was a one-time, one-off incident. It's that it's something that they live with throughout. Our friend Bay was in graduate school at Columbia University, graduating at the top of his class, and had a horrific experience with his teachers, calling him
teachers that respected him in class, and he was walking on one side of a wall, and they were talking, and they were using the N-word, talking to each other, and the wall ended, and they came around, and they were like, "Hey, Bay, how you doing?" I think they call that the okey doke. He says very whitely.
We've said everything right now very whitely, and that's okay. Let's talk about.
That should be my street name. Yo, MC very whitely. Very whitely. I want to talk about the coronavirus, how it kills. So, guys, I keep hearing this, and those guys that showed up, that's where we started with this. I keep hearing that it's the flu, and the flu kills just as many people. Not true, number one. If we let it go, it's going to kill 100
in a year. Yeah,
in a year it kills.
This has only been 8 weeks.
At a peak, it kills 60,000. At peak, in America, worldwide, the flu will do maybe 360,000.
I'm saying the numbers for Corona are only for
not even 8 weeks. It's 5 weeks. We killed 50,000 in the last 2 weeks. And so as people got it and it spread, it now, if we open everything up, I just looked at 3 different studies. The average, if we open everything up and just stop social distancing, it's going to kill 1.3 million people.
Right.
Million. Now, the reality is over 18 months or a year. That's not even 1% of the population. So part of me, as I said in the Armageddon update, is kind of like, as long as it ain't me or people I know. But the reality is, pick 3 people you know, and they're going to die. Just pick them. I may be wrong, but pick 2 or 3. Who could you do without? That's what you have to do. If you want to just go out, that's what you have to do. And here's I know, dude, I have two. Like, without even thinking, I have two. I will agree with you. I saw that look at you.
Hold on, let me get my list.
Two.
I have two. That I would just be like, yeah, we're good. I'm not going to tell you who because we're not there yet. When you have to fill out that form, yes. It's like a clown joke.
I think everyone knows.
Let's start
one
with
of
the
them.
A's.
We all know one.
That's my first list. Hold on.
It's the second one that's a wild card.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I know who it is.
So you have to accept that we're gonna die. There's a lot more people are gonna die. It's weird when I looked at it. Here's
Your segues are the worst.
But here's the weird thing. I looked at it and I thought 1%, less than 1%. It's like a third of 1%. I kind of part of me kind of went. I know,
that's a lot of people.
But it's a tiny statistic. But a third of 1% of America is a million dead people.
That's unacceptable.
Unless you own a mortuary or
not acceptable.
A funeral
It's a
home.
success. What are you talking about?
Right.
It's a great success. It's the great success of 2020.
So what we're finding out. Oh, and there's good news too, though. And here's how I know it's good news, and it's legit because Fauci said it. If Fauci said it, I'm good. Remdesivir came out and they said that it's not a cure. It's not going to stop it, but it'll take a third of the time out. So instead of being sick for 15 days, you're going to be sick for 10 days. You're still going to be on a ventilator.
Yep.
You're still going to wish you were dead.
Yep.
But you're not going to die. So that's good. We've got the pain and suffering down to 10 days.
10 days.
That's good. Not in everybody. Some. And they said the death rate didn't change that much. It did change a bit. But it was not. It's statistically they have to verify it. It's good news. And he said we're building on that. He goes, and he brought up AIDS. They found AZT. AZT worked a little bit. They built off what it was affecting. They made a better drug. It started.
It's a door to other things.
Right. Yeah. They know how to do. So there's good news. They're working on it. Thank God. It only took 3, 4, 5 months to get it done. But okay, we got something going on.
AIDS took a lot longer, right?
Yeah, 7 years. 7 years.
I mean, how many people total died of AIDS? Do we know that?
I think it's 8 million. I think it might be 8 million.
My uncle's partner died of AIDS.
Really? Wow.
His name was Paul. 1.1 million people
in America?
AIDS-related deaths worldwide.
Wow. Okay, guys. Well, I didn't know that. So let's be very clear.
Wait. That can't be right.
That can't be right. Is that a year?
No, this is the 2019 fact sheet.
Because if that's
global
for the entire history of AIDS, it killed 1.9 million people.
It says 38 million globally are living with HIV as of the end of 2018.
Right.
1.7 million people became newly infected by the end of 2018. It ain't over. Well, certainly not in Africa. When we were there, that was a really big push happening all over Africa. They have it on billboards.
Just type in total AIDS death.
I did, but now I'm getting all this other information, and it's terrifying.
Yeah, it is terrifying.
I just watched something recently, and the reason that HIV is still not eradicated is because there's like thousands of mutations.
Is that true?
There's thousands of them.
32 million people, up to 43.8 because they can't count in all African communities. People have died from AIDS-related illnesses since the start of the epidemic.
So between 32 and 42 million people.
32 and 44 million, yeah.
Okay, and it's been what, 25 years? It's 25 years?
That's crazy.
30 years. It's been 35 years. It's been 35 years, right? So that's about 1 million people a year, give or take, which is a lot. This thing, people, will kill 1.3 this year alone if we don't stop it. Not 1.3 worldwide, 1.3 in America.
It's still killing people, though.
They haven't cured
1.1
it.
million as of the end of 2018.
Also, some people can't afford the drugs. I mean, in the cocktail, you got to, if you have Magic Johnson AIDS and you're that level of celebrity, you're okay.
They are telling, don't you remember that politician when we were in South Africa? Because there's billboards everywhere about HIV and AIDS and condoms and treatments, and there was a really kind of rogue politician there then that was encouraging people to have unprotected sex. Do you remember that? That crazy guy?
Yes.
Yeah, it was sort of
like 8 years ago.
a herd culling, I think, right?
Right. Well, the problem is that AIDS kills everybody who gets it, right? If you don't get it treated. It creates respiratory illnesses and stuff.
I think so.
No one beats AIDS, or they would have had a vaccine or antibodies, right? There's no AIDS antibody, right?
Right.
That doesn't seem. I don't remember reading. I think I would have read that piece of journalism.
Yeah, that would have been some news, I think.
Yeah, and everybody would want to fuck that guy.
Right. Read that guy's genetics.
Yeah, exactly.
AIDS is done.
This guy is quite busy.
In the
Super
United
AIDS.
States, 658,000 just in the United States with an AIDS diagnosis have died overall. So we clearly don't carry the bulk of that.
I think they did something smart. People started using condoms. They started doing it right. Wait, total we've only killed 660,000 people for AIDS the whole time of it.
It says in the United States,
right?
It says an estimated 16,000 died just in 2016, but approximately 658,507 in the U.S. since the beginning of the epidemic.
Just in the U.S. though.
So guys, this is AIDS. AIDS in America over 35 years has killed 60,000 people. This thing, COVID-19, if we don't do what we're doing, will kill 1.3 this year. So this mother beats AIDS.
But can I just
Bleep
lay
that.
on
Make
this
sure you bleep
fact
that.
one more time? Yeah, because Grandma will kill you.
If I can lay on you, boom,
Oh my gosh.
I'll be protected.
The CDC estimates that on the top end, 56,000 people die from the flu yearly. So when you guys hear that argument that this kills the same number of people, yes, it has right now in less than 2 months.
Yeah.
People, you have to make that clear. This argument is still circulating all over social media.
And here's the thing, the flu, okay, so here's what we know with the flu. And I wrote this in Armageddon Update. If you get the flu, if this was you're really sick for 10 days and then you get over it, and that's all that was going to happen, I'd already have it. I'd already be like, can I get this, please, so I can just get through it? I want the antibodies. I want to move on. That would be with the flu. What this thing does, you ready? It can do a bunch of different stuff. There is a plethora, a potpourri of shenanigans that the COVID-19 will do, if you will. Number one, they're having people, and one of the nurses and they're keeping this quiet, and I don't know why. A lot of people that are intubated are going like on the ragged edge of death, but coming back. When they wake up, they have brain damage.
This just came out. This was
They
crazy.
can't walk anymore.
Neurological damage.
They can't talk anymore. They're gonna have to relearn everything. They don't tell you that. No one's talking about that. Yeah, you're getting neural.
That's not from being in the treatment,
loss?
right? That's not from the treatment itself or any.
No, if it gets into your, they were finding they're finding. That's why when that swab goes in, and you see the video of the swab getting swabbed.
The swab is gone.
It's like
the swab's like this.
It is the best David Copperfield magic trick I have ever seen. And
watch this swab disappear.
And you can see the guy they're doing it. He's like leaning back, and they take the swab. It's this long, and they go beep, and he just goes.
You can see it pop a little bit out of the back of his head.
Yeah, that swab is desperately looking for another hole. Then you pull the swab out, it comes out curved. Yeah, dude, that's too far. You put it in too far. That's
like
weird.
Stuff goes like a boot comes out, and the license plate.
It's got a kink. Yeah, it's Quint from Jaws. Right. He was a big one. We found a license. The shark ate a Buick. We did give him a COVID test, and we pulled another child out. It went down to his womb. It's too far.
Like Mary Poppins' luggage, things just keep coming.
Mary Poppins' luggage.
No, I was thinking Captain Caveman. He always had little things in his pouch. Yeah. Sometimes he had his son.
Yeah.
You remember? That was amazing. He pulled his son out of his pouch.
Captain Caveman references only on the Titus Podcast.
Don't you remember Captain Caveman? And son. No.
I do remember it, but I was older than you. That was your cartoon days. Those were your Saturday cartoons.
I think it was older when I was
had the
watching
Jackson
it.
5 when I was a kid. They had Jackson 5 cartoons. The Jackson 5s had a Saturday morning cartoon.
When the cartoons had bell bottoms.
I'm telling you. Yeah. You look it up. Jackson 5 Saturday morning cartoon.
They had one.
I am so not kidding. See?
I remember
Highlander
that.
was with me.
Yeah.
We used to get it. We had all kinds of cool stuff. Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
I watched old stuff too. I watched oldies.
You married old stuff.
I was going to say.
He said I was going to say. He's really
an asshole. Yeah, that's why he's here.
Mm.
That's why he's with us. We need that.
You guys are stuck at home, just to remind you. And I want to tell you guys, this is such a great time to work out. I certainly am finding awesome time to do this. And right now, Tony Horton and one of my favorite people on the planet, Shauna Horton, you have to go see. Go for Shauna. Go for Tony. Stay for Shauna. He's doing free Facebook Live workouts. Right. Have you done these yet?
I haven't done them yet. I've been busy building a set for a comedy special. But after this is over on Monday, I start on Monday.
Well, that's stupid. So every week,
You're
Facebook
stupid.
Live, plyometrics on Wednesday. If you guys did Tony's plyo P90X workout, that was the one every week we were like.
So if he's doing, we do a workout sometimes with him on Mondays.
Yes.
People, go do this plyometric
So
workout.
5:30 on Wednesday for free on Facebook Live. Go to Tony Horton's page on Facebook. And then Saturday, they're both doing yoga at 11 a.m. And his yoga is also no joke.
I just want you to know that this plyo workout, you'll think that wasn't that hard. Yeah. You'll get up the next day, and you'll fall down the stairs because your legs won't work. Mm-hmm. You'll drag yourself to the kitchen counter. You will have to pull yourself up because your legs will not support you.
But you will see massive strength gains and endurance gains and get your blood pumping, which Tony and his wife just sent out this article from a doctor saying that that's one of the greatest ways to fight COVID is it's
lymphatic system.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And getting your heart pumping. And so also he has a new workout that he called P90X 2.0. It's like the next level. And P90X...
It's called the next level. It's actually called the next level.
It's called the next level. You beat me to it. But he actually, P90X was the first workout that you could do at home that you could actually get in crazy shape doing.
And it'll still kick your ass.
Kicks your ass. A lot of the ones I've been doing at home, it's not like that. But right now, you can get that for free for 30 days. So either on Amazon Prime or Roku, just go to the Gaiam Fit TV and Yoga channel. You get 30 days for free, which is when you're going to be locked up.
Number one, Tony's really entertaining.
Yes, he is.
Number two, he's one of the best trainers. I mean, he kind of kicked off the next level of fitness thing. But one more thing, what people don't talk about is that working out creates your lymphatic system, gets it going, fights disease better, which you need to be strong if you get this thing. And the other thing is that it deals with depression. I have gone through a couple of days, and I don't do this, where I was like, it's over, life ended, there's nothing else to do. And I went through 2 days of it, and I went to the gym, and I rode my bike for an hour, and then I did some push-ups, and I was fine. So workout, and by the way, to work out with Tony Horton for free, go do it.
Also live, if you do his Wednesday or Saturday workouts, like I said, you guys are going to love Shauna. She's my sister from another mister. But you never know. You might. What might Tony Horton say live?
Oh, yeah. Well, we had something happen. We were doing the Sunday workout at his house, the ninja workout, and guys started videotaping it. Well, Tony is a good dude. He's a dude. He's a dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's you.
He said a couple. He said a couple of things. Yes, we're a lot like. Said a couple of things, and these douchebags posted it. So the next week it was like, anybody posts it, you're not allowed back to the house. Right. You don't get to work. Yeah, you're out. Nice. And when Tony says you're out,
you're out.
You're out. Yeah.
There's still some things that I say and do from P90X.
Yeah.
That, like the don't smash your face. I'm sure people that have P90X remember that one. Yeah. And there's still like stretches that I still, to this day,
Dynamic
I still
stretching.
do them. Yeah.
I'm a pterodactyl. Out of trouble.
Yeah. But he's a beast.
Or the Groucho Marx, and he would do the cigar when he did the four. Oh yeah. Anyway, we loved P90X. We love Tony and Shauna, so go check it out. It's such a cool thing you can be doing right now. Also, another thing is, I have to say, this is crazy. Like, it's really easy to think that people are assholes right now because that's all he talks about. From the time I wake up until the time I go to bed, he'll go, "Hey, babe," and I'll go, "What horrible news are you going to give me now?" It's like every 10 minutes, 7,000 people are going to die a day. What? This thing attacks your uterus. Like, what? I have one of those.
Your Yorkie.
Yeah, so...
but isn't it weird, like you just said that? I have one of those. That's the whole thing, is that people don't seem to worry about this thing because, I don't have it. Yeah, you might get it, though. Right. You should be aware. Be educated.
So our peeps last week that donated the free tickets to the live stream and the box sets, Kyle Monville did that. Everybody got inspired by that. So you guys started this movement where not only were we inundated with requests for the tickets to the live stream show, I mean Holy crap. But we were also even more inundated with people giving us more free tickets to give away. I couldn't even begin to count for you. It has taken forever for me to go through all of them. And then as soon as I start to get to the end, we had another guy today donate 10 and then 15 and like not small numbers, but like big numbers of tickets and say, please give these away. I don't want you to mention my name.
No, I have a question. Yeah. Did they give you emails to send them to, or do we need to pick emails? So how do we do that?
Some people are nominating specific people,
right?
And giving their email so they get the ticket. But a lot of people are writing in and saying, I would love to win the ticket. Here's why. I can't afford it right now. We had an LPN in Florida that won one because someone wanted theirs to go to someone on the front lines. Well, then I got an email from an LPN in Florida. So a lot of people are saying, I would love to watch it. I'd love to be considered. And then I just start matching them up with all these free tickets. But you guys, it hasn't stopped. Even as of today, it's rolling this quickly of really people giving and asking for them and giving. And so here's how big it is. I have been able to give tickets to most people that ask for them.
Yeah, because we had an overwhelming response last week.
Every time I think I'm out, someone else donates more.
Awesome. Yeah, really restores our faith a little bit in humanity.
It's so funny because we see, and maybe we just haven't broken down front of it. Remember all those dystopian, futuristic movies where everybody's going after each other and killing. There's no one's helping each other.
Right.
You know, this gang gets mohawks and they get cars with spikes on them, and then the other people trying to get fuel. And we don't have that. We have people going, I got you, I'm good.
And don't mention my name. Just
right. And I had that guy send an email the other day.
So we've had so many people like they paid for their ticket, and then they're like, here's $100 to give 10 more people tickets, and we're like, okay.
To people they don't know in another state, another wherever.
Anyone that needs them.
Just so that they can give happiness out.
Yeah,
that's so
everybody
rare.
Needs to laugh.
Heartfelt. That's so
or you'll even have people say, I am still working right now, although my pay's been cut, but that still means that I have more than some people that don't have a job. So here I have $20 extra. Here's 2 tickets. It's like, see, you're getting choked up. I did too. I sit at my computer sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I can't. It's crazy.
So, but by the way, we weren't asking you guys to just buy more than one ticket, but we're not. That's not what this is for. If you want to see the special on Saturday night, 7:00 Pacific Standard Time, we're going to air Carrying Monsters. We have turned the studio, or are currently turning the studio for the last 4 days.
And that, let's just be clear really quickly about that. 7 p.m. Pacific.
8
It's
p.m.
not 6 p.m. in Colorado. It's 8 p.m. in Colorado. 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Trust me, I've gotten these questions. 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. 10 p.m. Eastern. It's happening live, so it's happening in all those times at the same time.
So again, if you're on the West Coast, 7:00. If you're in the next time zone over, it's 8:00. If you're in the next time zone over, it's 9:00. If you're on the East Coast, it's 10:00.
And if you don't know what time zone you're in, Google it. But
well, if you bought tickets, you have a computer. Yeah, look it up. You can figure it out.
Actually,
you can just open your Apple. We'll give you. I live here. What time is it?
It'll just change it for you.
I have actually had some people ask me what time zone they're in. So
I love people. Even good people are stupid.
Yeah. But here's the deal.
Unless they were just crossing a border, just at the time.
We are going to be sending out an email with very detailed instructions, because I realize now that some people need them, and a link that you will click through to go. So be watching your email that you purchase your tickets with.
Do you think? What you think? Take 2:00.
I am going to send out a email to everyone that is a ticket holder today. Okay. Yeah, just to let you know what's up and what to be watching for. And then on the day of, prior to the show, we're going to give you a link that you can actually just click through to go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So can we tell the story about Tomlin?
I did want to tell this. I did.
So Do you want to tell her?
No,
okay.
You were there.
So here's what happened. So I went out yesterday. We're trying to get the studio together to do this show, and we were building. Highlander and I are building sets, and I had to I get too ambitious. I got too ambitious. I have to be honest, and I am so behind. Highlander and I are both are a little high and have headaches because we've been staining some doors that I bought for the special.
Let's be honest.
Proof.
Let's be honest. Last night he was here long after you
1:30.
left. 1:30 in the morning. I call him. And he sounds like this. And I go, babe, I am kind of worried about you. You sound sick. You sound more nasally than usual is what I said.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you.
And he goes, I'm not going to lie. What were you doing? You were painting? You were gluing?
We had just glued the carpet. We built the stage, so we had to glue carpet to it's 3 pieces. So we had to glue carpet. He did the first 2, and then I did the big stage.
And he goes,
I had been rolling glue out on the stage.
in an
for like
enclosed
an hour.
space. And he goes, I'm not going to lie. I'm on my back on the stage with the phone next to my head. I'm like,
were you trying to press the carpet down or just
I had some bubbles.
done?
That's what it started as.
And
then I realized this feels really good.
Right.
And then the fumes were coming off the thing. I'm like, okay. So basically, I sniffed a platform full of glue.
He was happy.
But we've been doing that.
Yep.
So here's what happened. So I'm going to the store to try to find some stuff to build things. And I'm driving down Victory Boulevard, which is a 4 or 5, I think it's 6 lanes where I'm at, and it's got one of those gutter lanes where I gutter snipe when like after 6 o'clock it packs with cars.
Yeah.
But up till 6 you can haul ass. So I look and I see what looks like a sweater in the street. You know, it looks like someone dumped like a beige sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Except it's moving around. I thought, oh, the wind's blowing real hard. As I got close, it's in the dead center of the lane. I go over it, and as I get close, I realize, oh my God, that's a kitten. And I went over it, and I was like, oh, please, don't move. And I look in the rear view, and it was good. So I was on Victory, and it was a kitten, and it was struggling. You could tell it was struggling. And I whipped the car around, and I did like some Fast and Furious 360, and I went, and then I parked across both fast lanes in front of the cat, and I got out, and I stopped traffic.
Wow.
And I picked up this little cat.
Who was trying to drag herself off the street because she'd been hit.
Yeah, she'd been hit.
Wow.
But her leg was off. One leg was off flopping. I'm like, oh my God. And I just had to get the cat off the street.
And nobody would stop.
And it was 98 degrees
They're
out there.
all driving over her.
So it's cooking on the sidewalk. And as I turn around, a dump truck is behind me, and it goes right over the cat. I was like, no, no. And it didn't hit it. It went over it. So imagine this. So I thought I didn't think of it till this morning. I was thinking, imagine the fear that we've been going through. You're this big. Okay, let's say you're human big, and you've got trucks big, like 5,000 times bigger than you, driving over you while you can't get out of the way.
Right.
And
for us, it was like a building's coming at you.
Yeah. So I picked the cat up, and the cat's freaking out, and it's panicking. And I get back in the car, and I get back on the road, and I drive on. I call Ray panicking. I'm like, I just picked up a kitten. What am I doing? I picked up a kitten. It's sick. She's like, you got to get to the vet. And so but we're in the middle of this COVID thing.
Right.
So we can't find a vet that's open.
No one will take walk-ins.
And I go to one vet. They're closed. She finally finds a place. We drive over, drop the cat off. And the cat, at this point, peed on me.
Did you just take a bite of
I did, in the middle of it. I'm sorry. In the middle of this, I'm holding this cat, driving, talking to Ray on the Bluetooth, and the cat pisses all over me. Literally soaks my shirt. That's why I had to stop by the horse.
That's how they say thank you.
Yeah,
I love you.
I think the cat was just fine. And
he thought she was dying.
I thought, I thought she was releasing everything because she was dying. So I'm like, oh my God, it's dying. It just pissed all over me. I put it in the car.
To be fair, he was really upset. Can we ladies all just take a collective sigh of... Because his heart is the size of China.
Nope,
show a picture of Italy right here.
Stop it.
It is.
Nope.
You have my sister said today on a scale of 1 to 10, he's a 15.
Oh my God.
You take the compliment. What a guy. Like how many men had driven and women had driven over that little kitten and just thought, not my problem. But you were emotional about it. You wanted to save her little life. And we don't even like cats.
Just so you know, we don't even like cats. but I'm not. But I wasn't gonna let it die. I wasn't gonna. It was. Here's the thing. It was so frightened, and that really got to me. Like this thing was so. It was so fucking scared. So we go to the vet, drop it off at the vet. Mask. They have to come out and get the cat because no one's allowed in the vet.
Yeah.
And, I call Ray. I said, Ray, you deal with him. And they give us the big... So the cat wasn't dying. Cat was feisty. I knew that after because I came by the shop to change my shirt before I went to the vet, take off the piss covered shirt and put on I put on one of the combustion shirts. Go to combustion.com, get a shirt.
Or Combustion Speedwear.
Combustion Speedwear, yeah.
So now they're both flammable shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And I get back in the car and the cat's sitting on the seat. And I leave the air running, the car running, and by the shop, and the cat goes. And I'm like, you little asshole! I just saved your life.
When he told me that, he goes, and I go, that he had been thinking it was a boy. I go, I think that's a girl. And he goes, well, I already told her I get that shit at home. You think I'm scared of you? And I said, you are. And he goes, that's valid.
Yeah. So we dropped her off, and then we get a call. Her leg broke in 2 places, but her bladder's not burst. Everything and they said the cat's stable. What do you want to do? Well, we can either fix it or put it down.
Do surgery and put pins and a plate in there and hope that the leg starts working.
This sounds so inexpensive, doesn't it?
Yeah. Or you can euthanize her, but she's fine.
Tell her what the lady said. Tell her what the lady said when you said, let me think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, by the way, I didn't think about how shitty that sounds to someone who works in an animal hospital.
The number.
Who loves animals.
Right.
Well, we can save it or kill it. What do you want to do?
Well,
give me a minute.
But my thinking was.
Let me think about this death for a second.
No, she knew
that.
No,
you played it like a cartel leader.
Let me just put it this way. This was going to cost twice what my first car cost. Okay?
She had a really shitty car, though.
I did. But also that was the 90s, so inflation, deflation, take it all into account. But anyway, it was a shocking number. My dad had a similar situation. His was a lot less. His was 1,000. Ours was shocking. This is LA. And I said, can I call you back? I need to talk to my husband, and we don't even, and I know what I wanted to do.
We don't have jobs. We have no prospect of jobs.
We
have nothing.
And we're comedians. Nobody wants us right now. And she was like, So anyway, I did say, can I call you back? And she goes, yes, but if you are going to euthanize her, we wouldn't want her to sit here overnight with a broken leg. And I was like, okay. So I came downstairs.
So if you're going to kill her, get on it.
Let's make it snappy.
I know, and I went to him.
What a weird.
Can't they give him some medication? That sounds like a car sales.
She was on painkillers already. That's why I thought it was okay for the moment, because she was drugged. I asked specifically, having taken care of a human being for 2.5 years, I know the key is painkillers. We can get through any decision-making time as long as there are painkillers. For me, I mean. My mom didn't like them. And so I came downstairs and I asked you, and you looked at me and you go, there's nothing else that we can do. Like, do we want this responsibility of this decision? No. But do we have it now?
Do we want a cat? No.
No. Do we No, we don't like them. But if you ask me and how I view it, and I know, I don't need your messages, but she's a little creation of God, and it's any life I think is valuable, and she's not suffering otherwise. She's going to be fine. So how can we go, just put it down and send us the bill? It's
Listen,
shitty.
I don't want you to charge us for that. I'm coming over with a shovel. We can't, that's not what you do. So, cats, which are free, I'm making payments on a cat now. We have 3 years of payments on a cat.
That we don't like. However, her name is Tomlin Titus.
Yeah, after Lily Tomlin. No, it's Tomlin Burnett Titus. Carol Burnett and Lily Tomlin.
We're going to do what we can. I don't know how to take care of cats. Nope. I've had to, a lot of you guys know my dad has a farm and a whole menagerie of like 50 animals. And so he was kind of guiding me on the way over here of what I needed and what I need to do. And she's going to be recovering from surgery. I'm going to have to explain to her that I don't really like her or her, her, what do you call it?
We should put her on a T-shirt, like a save.
Her species, that's it. So here's what I'll tell you. I talked to my dad and my stepmother. They save animals in North Georgia, too. That's how they have this massive menagerie, because everyone brings them there or they save them. And my dad's the one that he's kind of like the tooth fairy, but with spaying and neutering. He goes and takes people's cats and dogs he doesn't know that are roaming and has them fixed and puts them back in their yard. So So
wow.
Yeah, that's her dad. Wow.
I go,
and he's a Marine pilot.
Legal,
yeah.
But if they won't take care of that animal, my dad's going to take care of it for him. So I talked to my sister today, and she was just like goo over it. We all think he's just the biggest sweetie. And then I call
paying for a cat.
Then
I
call
I
Grandma.
can attest to that.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
His bark is worse than his bite. So then I call.
No one's seen me bite. When the bark there's a bite beyond the bark, and it's.
Then I call Grandma Jean.
I'm a bad man.
Yeah, but your bark they're valid.
My sister. My sister has already said the same thing we said. There's nothing else you could have done. And my sister, I said, what would you have done? She goes, what are you talking about? I would have taken that money out of my savings, even if I didn't want a cat, and I would have saved the life. And I said, oh, good. She goes, why are you thinking you shouldn't? I go, no, but I just think people are going to think we're insane. And she goes,
that's
who gives a crap? So then I talk to Grandma about something unrelated, and I tell her the story. And I go, and really, Grandma, there was only one thing we could have done. And at the same time, I go, save its life. I hear her go, kill it.
For real?
Yes. And then she realizes that she just heard me say save it. She goes, I mean save its life. That's what I was thinking. I was saying. I meant to say, I didn't mean I would not, I wouldn't kill it. I meant.
Well, it's good to know that if one of us gets terminally ill, Grandma doesn't get to sign off on anything. No, I'm not signing her. She does not make.
Let me think about it.
Yeah, she makes no decisions. Grandma makes no decisions.
The reason why Grandma is not allowed to have a dog, she wants another Yorkie like we have, is because she is still arguing with me on the fact that yes, you can leave them in the bathroom for a week as long as you leave food and water while you travel to see your granddaughters. Oh, no. And I go, you can't do that. And she goes, well, I would have the neighbor Glenda come over once a day. I go, you can't have
That's like a little prison. You can't.
Well, the animals need stuff, and they're alive.
They need to move around.
Yeah, and inside outside, they would
kill it. I mean, that's what she did.
Save it. I meant with an S.
She realized we didn't say the same thing.
You know, the last time Grandma was around Groucho, she was like, "That's a cute. I like one like that." And she was hungrily looking at him like, "No, you are not going to kill this dog." I'm sorry.
One thing my entire family agrees on, and we all will come together on, is she doesn't need a dog.
No. We tried.
No, we did try.
It
didn't take.
It did not take. The dog. When we picked the dog up, the dog was like, "Thank God you're back."
Yeah, we had to go get the dog. So yeah, here we are.
With the people buying tickets,
I yell at it to go potty, and it don't go potty. She actually said that.
No, she would throw him on the paper and scream potty. And Abbott would I said potty.
I was like, this is my dad.
Yeah, exactly. Both of us had fathers like that. Grandma's not getting an animal or a child.
Right.
It's an old, I think, an antiquated way of, I would say these days, very much more value animal life. Don't you think? We've all gone a little softer as it pertains to puppies and, I guess,
dogs,
cats.
bro. I see those all the time. Every time, because there's a video, I think we're really clear how awesome they are. There was a video this week of a little puppy trying to get through a fence. And there was a cat, a black cat, it was a black lab and a black cat. Cat was on the other side of the fence. Dog pulls his ass through the fence, gets his hip stuck, his back hip. And the cat, it was the cutest thing I've ever seen. The cat goes through one of the other bars, puts its arm out and starts patting it on the butt.
And
it was trying to figure it out, and the dog went through, and they were just buddies. I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And we're all dying from the COVID. So
maybe Tomlin will help Chaplin and Groucho.
I don't know what we're doing with
do
Tom.
things.
I don't know. If anybody out there wants a cat, I'll pay it. I'll make the payments.
It's going to be very expensive, this cat.
No.
Craigslist. We're going to have a multi-$1,000 post for a cat on Craigslist.
Kitten, super special. It's going to take a while to pay it up. But anyway, so we have a cat now. I don't want a cat. This one's cool though. Sometimes in life things happen that you just have to accept that this was the way it was supposed to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think so.
And that's how she stayed with me this long.
Yes.
Open your heart. Let your heart soar.
Yeah. Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Do you want news? This episode brought to you today.
Thank you.
Let's do that first. This episode.
I want you to look something up too for me.
I'm gonna kill you.
Can you look up CBD and just look this up? I'm not sure it's true. I'm not gonna say it is, but I read something and it was an antiviral. Is it an antiviral? Look up CBD oil.
Well, how can I look it up and do the ad at the same time?
Well, I want to clear it before because the ad will be way better if it is. Is marijuana antiviral?
Well, you got to talk amongst yourselves while I'm looking it up. You can't
Hi, everybody. That was Dead Air. Welcome to the masterclass in how not to do radio or broadcasting. Stop talking. So here's what we're doing, guys. We built a stage. So if you go to ChristopherTitus.com and you want to buy tickets to see Carrying Monsters, I want you to know something. I've been watching television. I've been watching all these people who I think are really funny, and they're screaming into a laptop. What it looks like most of the time. It's one person. We're not doing that. We actually we're bleaching the whole building. We're locking it down. We're wiping everything down with isopropyl alcohol and bleach. There's like 7 or 12 people coming. We're keeping it really small. Everyone's wearing masks. Everyone's wearing gloves. They're getting their own bottle of alcohol, of wine that's been wiped down. So it's going to be comedy in a clean hospital room, right? Basically, yeah. So we're doing that. So it's going to be 3 cameras. It's not going to be me screaming into a laptop at you. It's going to be a real show. So go to ChristopherTitus.com or go to Christopher Titus TV. If you want some free shows, go to Christopher Titus TV. You'll get 4 comedy specials. And what are we at? Episode 30 now?
31. I think we're
31. And subscribe so you notice when we put the new stuff up. The first time this thing we did about this documentary series we're doing is going to be coming up, and then you've got the 35 episodes of Titus. There you go.
So it hasn't been tested on people yet. It's being tested on animals. So it's somewhat inconclusive. Cannabinoids have been found to be potent antimicrobials, meaning they definitely work well against many types of bacteria and fungus. Also, they fight common fungal infections, which is including candida. A lot of people suffer from an issue with candida. They don't even realize that. That was something I realized when I was training for fitness shows. And it all starts in your gut. But
I was thinking about this. I was thinking of Doug Benson. Doug Benson is one of the biggest potheads in the world, and I've never known Doug Benson to be sick. I was just curious about it.
Yeah.
I think that these are the kind of things that they're researching right now. But here's what I will also say about that. That people, if you are building up your immunity and you're doing things like exercising and stimulating your lymphatic flow by exercising and drinking lots of water. If you are lowering your stress, which CBD oil helps with, Feels is the
especially
advertiser
right
today.
Now, man. Thank God
if you are lowering, yes, you need Feels right now. You reduce stress with Feels CBD, you reduce anxiety, which a lot of people, we've talked about this, notice that you have an underlying low-level stress throughout all this, where you'll catch yourself going.
We talk about it every day,
Just so I went to, like 3 days ago, I turned to Highlander, I go, are you stressed all the time? And he goes, yeah. I don't notice that I'm stressed, and then I sit down and I just go...
Yes, me too. Also, I'm not sleeping as well unless I remember to use this, because this does work. It also helps with pain and sleeplessness, and those are all things that tear down your immune system. Mom found the most common thing for everyone in chemo chairs was stress. She asked every single person, were you under a lot of stress when you got diagnosed? Because she wanted to know why. And so that puts your body in an inflammatory response.
I didn't even think about this. So you guys want to stay out of stress, go to feels.com.
Easy to take. You put a few drops under your tongue.
And it's not, and there's no high, and it's not THC. It's pure CBD. It will take
all natural.
I've taken it, and it's weird because the way it affects you, it takes a minute to get it, and then all of a sudden you just feel better, and you don't know why. You're like, everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
it's nice that I'm not high. I just feel like, okay.
It's something that can take your stress down for you instead of like usually when you have to reduce your stress. It's something you have to do actively.
Right.
Yeah, it helps.
No, so they have a hotline of real human beings that you can call and talk to if you have any questions. It's an all-natural thing, which we always promote here instead of chemical things to help you, medication. It gets delivered to your door, which is perfect right now, too. You don't have to leave your house. You save money on your orders with them. It has us, I think, feeling the best that we can feel every day. It can help you guys too. Just become a member today by going to feels.com/Titus. You get 50% off your first order with free shipping. I did this. The price is stupid. It's really good. That's feals.com/Titus. Become a member, get 50% automatically taken off your Holy shit. Off of your first order with free shipping, feels.com/Titus.
Very nice. By the way, it smells.
I'm definitely woozy still, yeah.
You guys closed the door, and all of a sudden I was like...
Yeah. We're all like, hi guys, welcome to Titus Podcast. I'm fine. What?
Everything is
Episode
fine.
32 of Titus.
The last shot is us just laying down on it.
Rug
you
glue.
News. You said you had news. You never bring up news unless you have news.
You shut it.
No.
You never do things unless you do things too. Told him.
She's right.
Am I woozy or did you just say?
She's right. No, she's right. I never do things unless I do things.
See?
Yeah, I told you. I know.
Who won this
Busted.
argument? Your hair, by the way. Look at my hair. Our quarantine hair it's exploded.
I just don't. I feel, man.
Yeah, mine too.
I know, right?
No, this is letting it go.
It's puffy.
Yeah,
it's a little puffy.
I need to definitely.
He said, "I'm not just bald now." Is that what you said?
Yeah, something like that.
He's bald.
I went past bald, and now it's like
he now looks unwilling versus.
So after
choosing.
I'm leaving mine as it is for the special because I'm.
You are.
Can
we do your eyebrows?
Yeah, I'll do those.
Can I do them like mine?
This is getting.
Little,
that's not
like
bad.
racing stripe. In
yes.
Them? Yeah.
No, you always look like you're just really surprised all the time. Hey, you look like you're surprised. But
please, you can make fun of me about a lot of things, but these babies.
Yeah, they're they're on fleek.
On point.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody's saying fleek anymore.
I still am.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
Just
it's going to stop
because
right
fleek,
here and right now.
is fat.
Oh, God.
That word is fat. Yeah.
P-H-A-T.
And I know P-H-A-T, and I know if I say these
pretty
words,
hot and tempting.
I'm a baller.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All that. The bag of chips.
Yeah, this is my podcast because I'm a player. I'm in. I keep up. I'm in the decade. No,
do
I'm not.
you
I'm
make
actually...
fat stacks with these ads?
There's a couple of them that
No, we don't. Please support the Titus Podcast.
Subscribe right down there.
But do me a favor, please subscribe to the Titus Podcast. You'll get notified about what we're doing. We always do Armageddon updates. We're gonna we're not gonna be working for a couple months still on the road. We're gonna start a new thing, kind of a 3-time-a-week news program with Bombshell and I. I think we should call it fake news. PHAKE. Fake news.
I don't get it.
Like fat.
Like fat. It's ultra fake news. All right.
It's cool. Good. It's cool fake news.
And now, from sea to shining sea, continent to continent, and sometimes space, it's Bombshell Ray bringing you the Bombshell News. Yay.
A mother of 2 believes that drinking smoothies with a shot of sperm have helped to boost her immune system and is helping prevent coronavirus. There's actually a picture.
Only 2 children she has?
There's a picture. Yeah, exactly.
She's drinking sperm?
There's, well, you know.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
You can't get pregnant. Do you guys know you can't get pregnant from drinking it?
Oh.
He goes, what?
What?
Oh.
I didn't.
You can't.
This is the weirdest shit. Who's like, hey, by the way.
Can you talk to him?
I don't know, man.
He needs a birds and the bees conversation. He's been with a gay person.
He was married to a gay person for a long time. It's not
Wait a second.
I have a question.
No.
You have to have a vagina?
That's your stomach, not your uterus.
Aren't they the same?
No.
That's where babies come
it's
from.
It's a lower area. The lower area, when you put sperm anywhere near the lower area, babies come out
bellies.
of it.
When you have a burger in your belly, it doesn't make space for the baby. It's totally different.
No, but you can create a calf.
Boom.
We're going to have a talk.
I know. What? How does this work?
You both need it.
By the way, welcome to Jizzy Smoothies. Come on down. We have many flavors.
If you kiss with a bathing suit on, isn't that make you get pregnant from that?
If you press yourself up against the other person, and you can get pregnant in a hot tub. She is a personal trainer. She found a free and vegan-friendly, I don't know if you could call that vegan.
I do know that lesbians can get pregnant. I do know that. That is a fact.
If they're with a man.
Well, he was part of the control group. So
right. Right.
And it worked. So it's good.
He was the Bunsen burner, if you will. She was the
making
beaker.
a lot of shakes for her.
So she said that she hasn't been sick in 3 years. She said it's all natural. It's better to drink than something with chemicals. pack full of vitamins. I haven't had a cold or flu since drinking it in 2017. I also put it on my face. Keeps my skin clear.
Got a question.
I would just like to know where she's sourcing it from, because since when have you seen it look like that?
Wait, what?
That's the smoothie. That's not. That's not.
Is she adding greens to
that's
it?
Just, by the way,
that's a mocha cappuccino.
So she's eating. So she's obviously drinking vegetable smoothies, fresh vegetable smoothies.
Is that what that is?
Do you think that might contribute to her not being sick? Do you think eating fresh greens all the time possibly could contribute? Oh no.
No. It's definitely the sperm.
No, it's not. It's not the fresh vegetables and fruit. It's the jizz. That's what's working. That's the dumbest. This person cannot train.
It is best to consume semen as close to production as possible.
Production, hey!
To get the most nutrients and benefits,
factories.
but her partner doesn't live there, so she often will freeze it in an ice cube tray so that she can throw it in the smoothie, preserve it, throw it. The quantity depends on how hydrated her boyfriend is on that day.
Wow.
I sometimes have a shot.
I will say this. I will say that because she's got to be a harvester. So I'm gonna say this. Her boyfriend is not complaining about this.
I was going to say, I'm like, I don't know if that's...
What do you do?
If that's her thing, hey.
I'm a supplier.
I'll produce.
So
I will
this
make it be
is
a production.
how she's fighting coronavirus. And maybe not everyone thought of that. But
do me a favor, buddy. Don't ever do this. Don't ever do this. Groucho.
Oh.
You're getting a cat for a sister.
He would be like, I love a cat. Chaplin's going to be like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Police in India have a new device that they've revealed to detain coronavirus lockdown violators without contacting them, which is pretty interesting, which means that a lot of other people think this is going to be around for a long time.
Boot your house? What do they do?
They shared a video on Saturday on Twitter of a drill that they did using the apparatus. It's a way of tackling non-cooperating corona suspects, where they can stand back and bring a suspect down without ever touching them. You can go watch this video, but it's basically kind of like a long cattle prod with tasers in it, and it hooks around the person.
It was an awesome video. Oh, really? Like one of those like a veteran a dog catcher uses.
Yes, that's what it's more like, and it's for curfew breakers because they've got everyone on curfew. So if you're out, and I
still don't get it. So this thing at 6 feet won't kill you. 5'11", dead.
Right.
I don't quite understand how they figured that out.
I think it electrocutes them. Takes them down.
No, I'm talking about this like coronavirus will kill you if you're 6 feet away. It's like we're dead right now.
Yeah. Like they're saying that the curve by the time of the droplets.
Who measured that? It's microscopic. Who was like, all right, everybody, let's check this out.
Yeah. Hold on, tape measure from Home Depot. Hold on.
I would like to tell that lady. I guarantee you, it's all the smoothies you're drinking that are helping your health. It's not. My boyfriend's like,
and the training.
Mm-hmm. And you're working out all the time. You're a trainer. Maybe you're not sick because I give up.
News anchor allegedly caught cheating when half-naked woman walks into the live shot. This is why you guys should not be doing all your live news from home, or at least have your mistress leave the house.
Oh no, this is a follow-up to the one in the shower where the husband was in the shower. What happened?
Totally different one.
What happened?
By the way, whoever sent me that picture, thank you. I sent it to my dad. He thought it was hilarious. His penis is hanging out.
Yeah, it's your dad. Hey, she was on TV and his penis hanging out.
He was been accused of cheating on his TV star girlfriend, famous girlfriend as well, when viewers spotted a semi-naked woman casually walk behind him while he was filming a live segment from his home.
Wow. That is the ultimate getting caught.
Just so you know, that wasn't an accident. That was not she knew he was filming. That is not an accident.
She's in the distance, but she's for sure naked and carrying possibly ice trays.
Nah.
I'm not kidding.
I'm working on
making smoothies.
I'm just making smoothies. Thank you.
Wow.
Maybe he was just being harvested.
I don't like harvested. Milk,
He's in production.
if you will.
No, worse. I think that's way worse. I thought that, and I said, I'm not going to milk this.
You know, the world is going to need a protein source, right? So, hey.
Yeah, all the meat packing plants shut down. Wow, you're going to do two? We got to film that. Thank you, buddy. Oh, he thinks I'm hurt. Oh, you're such a good dog. You're such a good dog.
A hiker celebrated the end of coronavirus lockdown and fell to her death while posing for a photo.
Wait, what end of coronavirus lockdown?
Yeah, there's some.
This is in Kazakhstan. A woman, they got released. The lockdown was over. She went out to hike to celebrate the end of the lockdown and posed for a cliffside photo with her arms up in the air saying, woohoo, no more coronavirus lockdown, and fell. Yeah, she died.
Well, now that Kazakhstan has cut us loose, I think we're all good.
Yeah.
Because when I go to my health decisions are made by everybody in Kazakhstan.
Usually the leader in health.
Although compared to our current government, I would actually take Kazakhstan.
They might be higher.
She really did look happy in the end of her life.
So she put her hand up, leaned back to be sexy, and went over the thing.
Yes.
So she did die of COVID.
She actually did.
She actually did.
She did.
Put her down on the list for one more. Kazakhstan has one more COVID
One more
death.
fake death from COVID. What's that? People saying fake death now. All right, guys, thank you for listening today. We're going to get back to work. Me and Highlander got to finish setting up for the show tomorrow night. Do me a favor, go to Christopher Titus TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. By the way, that's how you're going to actually see the special. If you want to see the special, go to ChristopherTitus.com, click through the special link, and you're going to see a whole 90-minute comedy special. And we found out we're going to have about 12 people there, so the laughter, I'll be able to not suck, hopefully. I'll do my best. That was mean.
I didn't say anything.
You did the eye thing. You went.
I gave the old side eye.
Yeah.
I didn't do the face, though. It's a different intent. The side eye was kind of like, oh, it's going to be live. If he messes up, he's going to be so mad.
And now Rachel tries to dig out of it.
No, I don't have to dig out of anything.
That's valid.
Just, I think that you're the best comedian I've ever seen perform. I think you're brilliant. I think that there are a lot of factors in this that are going to be challenging.
There's some
coming.
Yeah.
As a performer,
yeah.
No, I just think as a performer,
but your shelves are
we've all done
straight.
The
shit
sets
shows. But this is the new normal, and you're gonna be our pioneer. We're sending you out.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And if you come back alive, then we'll try it.
You know, it feels like the first guy they're gonna send to Mars.
You're
too. It
the
feels
canary.
Like, yeah, I'm going, and then you're halfway to Mars. You're like, what the fuck am I doing?
You're the canary in the coal mine.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Canary in the coal mine. So if you survive, then we'll all know that we can come after you.
All right. Carrying Monsters, Saturday night, 7 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Mountain, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock East Coast time. Please, guys, sign up. And to all you people that donated for other people, I just can't even tell you. It gave me hope.
And nominated other people to
and nominated other like friends that couldn't afford it. You don't have to. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying to all these who've done, it gave me hope for humanity. Hopefully the special will give you a little bit more. Thanks for listening to me, guys. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray, and the amazing Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
There can be only one.
There can be only one. Except for you. You're the one.
What
Bye,
about
guys.
Zeppelin?